show you how to make a basic buttercream frosting. We typically just call this buttercream. It's actually an American buttercream because there are many different kinds of buttercream frosting. So, but most folks here just consider it buttercream frosting. So in my stand mixer, I am going to add 2 sticks of room temperature butter. This butter is salted butter, but you can use unsalted, that's fine. Either one works. Sometimes I find the salted butter just adds a little bit more flavor to the buttercream. So those are room temperature, they're fairly soft. We're just going to put our paddle attachment on here, and I'm going to beat this just for a minute or so. Alright, so this buttercream frosting is going to need 3 cups of sifted powdered sugar. I've got 2 cups already sifted there, and just sift a second one. You can see why you want to sift it, because this powdered sugar is a bit on the lumpy side. Your mixer may or may not get all of those lumps out, and if you're wanting to do any piping, you're going to want this to be lump free. You don't want it to ruin your decoration, so okay. So in our stand mixer, we're just going to add this a bit at a time. Okay. So at this point, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. Now you can use plant-based milk as well. Most of the time I use almond milk, but I'm using whole milk today. Okay, so I'm going to scrape down the bowl a bit here. And at this point you have a very soft buttercream, but this, remember, is just your basic recipe. Now this is going to be great if you're just putting it on like some cakes where you basically, it's almost like a poured frosting. So you're not decorating, you're not doing any kind of swirls, you're just pouring it on top, maybe just doing a little swirl and that's it. Now if you're wanting to actually decorate, you're going to want to add more powdered sugar to it. You could go up to 2 more cups, so a total of 5, but be careful, because when you start adding more powdered sugar, yes, it does get thicker, however it also gets sweeter and loses some of that buttery flavor. So you'll have to find that balance in there. So this is got just a slight yellow tint to it. So here's where you would add your flavor. Now if you're wanting your buttercream to be a little more on the white side, you're going to want to beat that butter longer and then use a clear vanilla or a clear almond, whatever flavoring you want it to be clear. If you're going to color this with a food coloring, then it doesn't matter. You can use just your regular vanilla for that. I find that the clear vanillas, even though they get the look that I want, they tend to lack a little bit in flavor. So keep that in mind. And it's more expensive. So I just added vanilla. You can add almond, you can add strawberry, orange, whatever flavors that you want to add to it. There you go. And that is just your basic buttercream frosting.